Hi, I'm Fox.
That's guy.
And I'm Hackable.
You're watching the Two Smart Guys show, where every week we bring you the latest and greatest in hacking, modding, and tech news.
Well, yeah.
There's a great emphasis on the.
Lots of the. That's actually what the title of the show should be. The. And this week, I think we don't have a new device that we want to like. There's not a really big new hack that's out lately, and we've kind of done a lot of the
there
news.
kind of is, and we'll discuss it. We haven't done it yet. I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of news, but there's not a lot available yet.
Yeah, there's gonna be some soon. Hopefully by the first of the year, we'll see a lot more rolling out, especially with some of the new products that are coming out. So,
Maybe some of you guys got some good deals on Black Friday or not, or maybe
also,
under the Christmas tree.
Yeah, exactly. When Christmas is all said and done, we return everything we didn't want and buy what we really wanted. then we can have what we want. You know. But Siri is actually getting a little bit of attention lately from some different.
Yeah.
apps.
So the moment Siri went out, everybody's like, "Why the hell isn't it available on the iPhone 4 and the iPad and the iPod Touches and stuff?"
And it's not just for making really, really funny YouTube videos.
No, it's actually, I mean, there's certain things it does really well, like making appointments and stuff and checking the weather and whatnot.
Looking on things on a map.
Yeah.
Don't ask it weird questions.
Yeah, so it works pretty good. But there's been a lot of hacks out in the past couple weeks.
Which are just general, so far have mostly been just SMS
most of them
manipulation.
Well, those are the first set. The second set is people actually made a proxy. So they they make a proxy server. So you run this at home, so it won't really work if you're outside of your house. But when you're on Wi-Fi, it'll relay and it'll go to a different server. So you can have it do things like this guy had it, unlocking his house, or there's another guy's got it controlling his TV and things that you normally can't do.
Voice commands with like X10 kind of stuff.
Wait, so when you said that it's a proxy server, is it a proxy server you set up inside your house, or is it a proxy server
in your house?
Okay.
In your house, yeah. So in your local Wi-Fi, it talks to local Wi-Fi.
Yeah. So when you're in your house, it'll redirect before going to the Apple servers. That way, it'll intercept and take the commands that you choose.
That's how Siri works. Is that it sends the.
Yeah, you have to be connected to that's why it doesn't work on. It's not on anything like an iPod or anything like that, because it has to talk to the.
It has to always be on
Apple.
line.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine what they're data logging based on you.
Well, it's like when it first came out, it was having a lot of errors just simply not being able to connect to the servers.
Hackable likes strip clubs.
I don't want Apple to know that about me.
You shouldn't have been searching where to hide the dead bodies so many times online.
Siri, don't track this, what I requested. That'd be a hack.
Siri, forget everything. Yeah, it's kind of funny because Apple went from tracking all of your movements to now tracking all of your thoughts. Because you're like, where's my doctor located? Now it knows everything about your doctor,
So there's that, and then also for people that were jailbroken, they actually came out with a Sirius hack that basically enabled it on the older iPhones, but it because they couldn't get it to authenticate with the Apple servers. They had to authenticate with the Dragon Natural Speaking servers, and that worked for a day before Dragon Naturally Speaking shut it down. But somebody's going to come up with another server that you can use, and it'll be back up again, and then you can use it on your iPhone 4, and I'm sure we'll make a video on that.
Yeah.
Or some sort of reverse engineered server.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be kind of neat.
So I'm sure people will be expecting that soon.
A Tor or an anonymous version of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can use something like this pineapple. That's what this does. It's a man in the middle.
You got a pineapple?
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to see your pineapple when I come up.
Yeah,
Sure.
you probably could do something with it. I haven't had a chance to play with it. And he gets frustrated by command line.
Ah!
Anyway, so Siri is going to have some new developments here soon, which is kind of fun because as much as it's like not new technology, because Dragon Speak's been out there for a while, it's just implementing in new ways. So it's kind of fun.
It's done in a way in natural speech,
Yeah.
and it knows context and it learns. So you don't have to speak to it like it's a computer. You can ask it naturally formed questions, which is kind of new.
Because there's a whole bunch of Chinese people that are translating for Apple. Anyway,
Cyanogen.
Cyanogen 7.1 is coming soon, and hopefully to a touchpad near you.
Yeah, I believe it's already out for a lot of devices, and the touchpad is next.
Yeah, and we're hoping for maybe more stable mod on this one.
Yeah, it's supposed to fix
Originally,
It's
Bluetooth
currently
issues.
an alpha.
Yeah, it was an alpha, but I don't know if this is going to go to a beta or not.
They're-
Well, actively working on it. I'm curious to try it out, at least test it, and then hopefully go back.
I just
to
hope that
level
they can solve the fact that mine keeps on constantly shutting down.
Yeah,
and I
right
can
now
do a
there's
restart.
battery issues with it, but other than that, it's pretty solid, I think.
I like it when it's working, but if I put it down and it hits that half-hour moment when it goes to sleep, it doesn't come back, and I have to actually do a physical, restart on it.
But it's a dual boot, so it's no big deal. I mean, you can go into
It's
the
not.
other
It's a
thing.
pain in the butt. I just learned to start shutting it off whenever I leave. It's an alpha. What do you expect? It works great when it works, and some things are buggy because it's being shoehorned where it doesn't belong right now. So I like it. No complaints on my end.
Yeah, so that's that news.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll have some more.
On the next one, I want to know what's going on with the Chevy Volts.
Okay,
So,
so
wait.
so-
Let's preface this one. Everyone who doesn't know this, Pox is a Chevy Volt owner.
Yes.
He took a dead man's car.
It's true.
Now, any news involving electric vehicles scares Pox. So, he had the Prius, but not the right model when the Priuses started racing down freeways. But now tell us what's happening with the Chevy
Okay,
Volt.
so there's issues. Okay, so it's retarded actually. They found out that if you
Fire is retarded?
Yeah, fire's retarded. If you crash a vehicle, a big electric vehicle with a huge ass battery in it, that eventually that damaged battery will potentially spark up and melt down and catch fire.
Wait. This isn't new. They're
No.
lithium-ion batteries.
These are the same batteries that are in laptops that have been exploding on people's laps
They're
for
the same
years.
batteries that I can't put onto a UPS airmail because
Yeah.
they almost took down a UPS plane like 4 or 5 years ago. The same batteries that if you spark out the terminals, you can't put out the fire.
Yeah, those are the ones.
Yeah, you're driving around in like a lithium time bomb.
Yes.
Okay,
So
so apocalyptic scenario. Someone gets in an accident, and then you get into the second accident, and they can't get to you. You just become a volcano in the middle of melted.
So
I think isn't there a ruling where if you get into the first crash with your car, it's pretty much you have to give it back or you have to do something with it?
yeah. I mean, after the crash is done, they actually have procedures. They're in the manual in the car. There's big things on saying where to disconnect the battery, that the battery needs to be disposed of after a large crash, and that needs
I'm
to
bleeding.
be.
Where am I going to... disconnect the battery so my car doesn't explode.
Okay, so this happened back
It's
in
for
May.
the firefighters and the emergency crews that arrive on scene.
Or I remember when they had... they were talking about, the electricity issues of, Jaws of Life, where, you had to make sure they knew where the electricity lines ran in the vehicle so that when they take and cut apart your vehicle to extricate you, they don't kill the firefighters.
Yes. Yeah, so all of the lines are huge, bright orange that are electrical.
And those Jaws of Life are going to care. Anyways, I'm satirical about it.
Anyways,
It's not
so
fun.
this car has been through all the kind of crash test ratings. It's got 5 stars all over
Exactly.
the place. It's the safest car on the market right now.
Except for the fact that it melts.
3 weeks after the crash, you have 3 weeks to get the hell out of the car and get to safety.
Well,
Not like a big gasoline car that's got 30 gallons of gas in it where you get in a crash and it explodes.
but that's actually more dangerous because if a big gasoline car gets in a crash and you see gas dripping and you have a movie right there. Drip, drip, drip.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the tow truck drops it off at your house, you back it into your garage and wait for the estimator to show up, and then your garage frickin' burns down. And who pays the claim?
Well, first of all, this has never happened with any Volt on the market yet.
Yeah.
This is just
Yet.
in a
Yet,
Well, we're optimistic.
Okay, so they're saying there's 230,000 vehicles that catch fire due to gasoline-related problems a year. Now there has been 0 Volts that have had any fires, except for 2 crash test vehicles.
And the vehicle's been available to the public for how many months?
For about
4 months?
2 years.
No, the Volt has like
Yeah, this
in
is the
mass.
second. This is the second year model.
But I'm saying in mass like layout. They haven't had.
Okay, so this is like maybe the first month that there are mass quantities
Yeah.
of them.
Okay.
So, anyways, the government agency, I can't remember what it's called, they are doing an investigation. And so, what GM did is they said, you know what? If you're nervous about it, we'll give you a different car until they make a ruling on it. So, I can take my car in and I can trade it in for a BMW or something for a while.
I doubt that. You're gonna.
You know
That's what people are doing.
You're like gonna get the Chevy Twig. You know.
Cars will always be. They will always have some sort of element of danger. You're trying to convert energy to, momentum.
Wait! You're driving a gasoline-powered rocket on asphalt with a bunch of other people who are driving gasoline-powered rockets in a concrete.
To me,
in a concrete maze. This is like a chaos theorist nightmare.
90 miles an hour!
Like, let's be honest. When we go to Vegas and you suddenly hit like from the 5 to the 15 and back, no, there's wrong.
So
lithium-ion fires seem like the least of a driver's worries to me.
no, and they took like extra like 3 or 4 years working on the battery for this car because they were afraid of this exact issue.
Some poor bastard doesn't want to be like, I killed 37 people.
Exactly. So
lithium-ion.
they made all these separate cells of like, and they have like steel in between them, and they're all separated into different modules, and they're placed in the center of the car, so the least likely to hit the most impact or bend and all this stuff.
And it's got bubble wrap.
Right.
And
So
then they made the small car really small.
So the issue is, they're saying normally when they test these vehicles and this stuff, after they're done with them, they drain the fuel out of the car or whatever, and then they store it away. And these ones, they did not. So the battery still had a full charge in it. They'd set it in a garage. They let it like leak into itself and eventually catch fire.
It's fractured. It's actually
So
shorting in some
they're
way.
saying if they would have followed, the procedures that they've developed for electric cars, where they discharge the battery after a wreckage, then there would have never been an
chances would have
issue.
been lower.
Yeah. So really, it's an issue for the salvage people, but the media is making it out to be like electric cars are evil. They spontaneously combust. So
Well, it's all by the massive oil companies.
it is. It's all a conspiracy, and they're trying to lower the value of my car.
Or it's just Pox feeling really bad about buying a vehicle that in the end will kill him. Or burn down the garage.
So vote in the comments below. Should I turn in my car and get something else while I wait for the government
and
to
mind
decide
you, in Wyoming,
what they're
he's
going
gonna
to do
get
with it?
stuck with probably the cheapest hatchback. What is the crappiest car that Chevy makes right now? Do they still make? No, they never made those. I was trying to
Pintos,
think of what they
or-
made. No, I'm trying to think of. I was trying to think of the small car they made for a long time. Started with a Y.
I don't know. They're making, I think it's a Sonic now, but people are excited about that. But it's like a little tiny car that's really fast.
Everybody always talk about little cars. All they do is sound like golf cars, on rails. Yeah.
Yeah, but in the comments below, give me your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think the Volt's safe to keep driving around, or should I trade it in until the government decides that, oh yeah, batteries are dangerous. You got to be careful with them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I say you keep driving it until you can get it to catch on fire.
I agree. And then make sure you drive it into a building and be like, it was on fire.
Anyway, so that's the news about the Volt. I'll post pictures within this of my Volt and it not catching fire.
Oh.
Actually, if you take the reflection of the pellet stove on the Volt, it looks like the Volt's on fire.
Flip the camera around. There. It's some
Volt's
of
on-
no, you can't really see it, but there's a fire on my Volt. Ah! Anyway.
All right.
It's gonna blow up.
Yeah, so that's my Volt over there in the blurriness.
I don't know if the autofocus is on. Let's see if I can turn. You're a big fan of the autofocus.
All, fires aside, I love the Volt so far. Everything's great about it.
I don't know.
Except, the gas mileage was actually slightly better on the Prius. And
Because the Prius was a lighter car.
the Prius was a much lighter car. The battery's about 500 pounds in this thing. But it rocks on the ice.
In Wyoming weather, that's a good thing.
Although
We
cold,
haven't had that.
cold does not help the battery at all. it drops the battery, the range from like 40 miles to 30 miles. So you lose 10 miles in the cold.
This is actually a good point for Volt owners. If you have to park in a cold area, out in the open, you're going to have more significant damage to your or loss of electricity or power to your battery. But if you are in an area where you get to park in a parking garage, you're probably going to be in a warmer area.
And most parking garages now have chargers.
Well, some. I wouldn't say most.
Okay, a lot of them.
You're in hotels. You're talking about hotels. That doesn't count as most parking garages.
Okay, so like most 4 or 5 star hotels.
If you're dropping off the valet. Anyway.
Anyways, on to the next piece of mayhem.
Guess what? The PSP Vita is coming out.
Yay!
Not in time for Christmas.
Yay.
I don't know if anybody's read their email.
What? Well, when was the release date?
The release date is 2/22/12.
12.
Wow, that's
Stupid.
bad timing.
Is that stupid? Like, why? Oh, hey guys, we gotta put this out.
It's weird. I don't know. I think they're kind of doing what Nintendo did. They're like releasing it at a weird time with no games, and they're like, we'll see what the feel is for it.
I wonder when is the Consumer Electronics Show, CES?
In 1st of January.
So I wonder, you're talking about something like that. You get the hype up from CES, and then they let them play it at CES, and then you get the hype out of that to a release date in a month.
Yeah. They'll probably go gung ho over at CES. Sony will probably have a big old thing about it and all that.
I just don't know why you didn't just push. They didn't push it forward, 4 months, and do a November.
I think they just had to get rid of their stock of the PSPs.
They'll do it the minute they put that machine out for $350.
It's $250.
When they put that machine out for $350 with the 3G in it, the one you're gonna buy.
$200.
Wait. How much is the Vita?
I don't know.
It's $250 for the Wi-Fi, $300 for the 3G.
Yeah, you can buy a PS3 cheaper.
It's true.
Yeah, because it's $250 for
But
PS3.
I think that's going to change because the 3DS dropped in price so much. I think the street price is going to be $250, and there'll be a sale for $200.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because that's about the area that the PSP's always kind of been in.
Or last minute they'll throw in a bundled game. They'll be, look at the $50 game.
Well, and see, right now, the PSP, the 3000 series, PSP Go's have been dead for a while. They're still making the PSP 3000 series. They've been $100. So you're talking about someone that's been $80-$90 off of what was original retail a year ago. Yeah. Well, see, that's the PSP 1000 series, but it doesn't matter.
It's dusty.
That's
that's got a lot of use. Huh? So somebody tell me what's so great about the PSP Vita.
It's got a touch panel on the back, so you can climb ropes when you're playing Uncharted.
Yeah, heaven forbid you actually.
And it's got a gyro, so you can play like Doodle Jump.
No, you know what I like better than anything else? It's got dual
nubs.
Oh,
and it's actually got joysticks instead of nubs.
It's got, those actually.
Yeah. And the retarded thing about 3DS is they're coming out with a big ass hunkin' add-on for another nub.
Why would you want another nub?
So you can play.
I got enough nubbins.
FPSs. First-person shooters.
On a 3DS?
Yeah.
I would think that you could just use it back and tap.
Anyways, that's what they're doing, and it's an add-on, and there are a lot of games that are going to support it.
Right now,
it's weird.
You can pick up one of these for $100. If you want to wait and get the PSP Vita and pay $2 something.
The interesting thing is PS1 games aren't going to be compatible on the PSP Vita.
Shocking.
I don't know. It's just like everybody and their brother makes a PS1 emulator for everything. It's just weird that they can't do it for that.
I think it's all part of their, we're sick of supporting.
But what they're going to do is they're going to do some kind of weird program like what they should have done with the PSP Go to allow you to play your UMD games.
Are they really going to do that this time? Because
that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying again. They're saying
nice.
You can enter in your serial number or whatever, and you can play it on your Vita.
If I could download the game,
what's the storage media for the Vita? Is it just a memory stick? Like the Go?
It's like a smaller version of an SD card. It's a weird SD card.
Yeah, they have a read-only SD card that the games come on, as well as a large internal storage, and I think some kind of weird removable thing.
What?
Yeah, they got like 3 things. They've got your user-writable one, like memory stick, and they've also got
physically buy the media.
Yeah, and then they've got their own basically like a Nintendo cartridge now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they finally stopped doing the whole Optical media.
Yeah, optical media is dead to them.
Yeah.
Finally.
Well, do you really want to buy more little discs?
I
that
guess
take
the
up
big
space?
thing is it's going to be the most powerful portable gaming system.
Well, and there's no doubt about that, but I think that as Raggable and
Like
I
the
went off about this
graphics
last
quality
time,
will be similar to that of a PS3.
I think that
Like
they're
World Genesis saying it's a quad core ARM.
Yes, it's a quad-core ARM.
Well, and it's that's huge. But in reality, how many more iterations of handheld just gaming systems are we going to have? I think the fact that they're moving towards phones is going to be the way they're going to do it. It's going to be part of the phone. It's going to be part of everything, and just be, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. They tried that whole Xperia Play thing, and
Oh yeah, you can get those
think,
phones cheap right now.
I don't think that really took off at all.
I don't think they are either. But who knows?
I think there's still a place for a system like the PSP Vita. The common, trying to merge it onto a phone, and just you get the lowest common denominator, and you can't.
You know, the PSP did good. It had a good run. It was aiming for the sky, trying to beat out Nintendo. It was a close second. Well, not close, but it was a second. And
well, I think that's because the games they chose. It was
it's
a
better than
different tier.
it's better than anybody's ever done against Nintendo. Sega tried it. A whole bunch of other companies tried it, and they failed miserably. Sony has a pretty good run going.
Until you put out a gaming system that's designed for, between 8 to 13, you're not going to beat Nintendo. Nintendo is designed at that crucial little, sweet spot, which these things were never designed for. They were designed for, your 15 to plus, up into the 30s market, which was.
I love the big
actually,
screens on the
price-wise,
PSPs. They are nice.
They are a much nicer screen. That's true. But if you want the new one, you got to wait. Wait till February.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, pretty much.
Post.
Start saving your pennies now. If you save $1 a day, you still won't have enough by then.
But you'll be, quite a way there.
Maybe if you save $5 a day, you might be able to get it and a couple games.
Yeah. I don't know. I wanted to find a way for me to get my UMD games. Because I think that it should be fair. If you buy a UMD game, I should be entitled to the digital version of that game.
$3 a day. If you do $3 a day, you'll be good. Yeah.
Just $3
Barely.
a day, and you can
Feed a hungry
save
child.
a PSP Vita from
Save a hacker.
out.
Hey, for $3 a day, you can save a hacker. Yeah.
Oh, we lost your widescreen, Raggable.
Dun dun dun.
Boom,
What the
boom.
hell?
It hates you.
It's just a weird bandwidth thing.
What? Stretch.
Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Push. Oh well.
Oh, well. Anywho,
You look thinner this way.
this is one of the last regular Wednesday night studio gigs with Couch Guy. So,
Bye.
Couch guys also am straying.
Yeah.
It's-
Sorry.
middle of Wyoming, there's not a lot of
I'm
people
going
here.
back to faster pacing. Yeah, I'm on my way to Salt Lake, so unfortunately this is my last studio shoot for a while.
You wanted to get back into that concrete rat maze.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna do even better. I'm gonna put myself onto a set of rails and jam myself between 4 other people.
You're gonna fly around in a helicopter filled with gasoline and crash into tall buildings.
I've actually done the helicopter shoots before, and I'm not sure I'll want to do that again for a while. They're fun.
You gotta do helicopter shoots?
Yeah,
I want to do that.
I was a producer in a couple of helicopter promotions when I was there last time, so it was fun. But yeah, I'm not. It's my helicopter story. So we show up and the helicopter.
Hey, your widescreen again.
It's like, can we do it? Can we can't?
Ooh, high def Raggable.
So the pilot looks and goes, so I just filled up the helicopter, completely full tank, and he counts people. He goes, how much do you weigh? Because the helicopter can only take 700 pounds. There's 4 of us. He's like, I was like, so hovering's not an option? He goes, no, hovering's not an option. So if we were to hover, we'd weigh too much and we'd go down. We had to keep moving everywhere we went. But
Fun.
it was a good time. We buzzed a few places. Anyway. Yeah.
Anyways, one last question for the viewers. I was just wondering, who's watching this on Mevio? Email me, pox@twosmartguys.com. Say, hey, I watch you guys on Mevio all the time.
We need
I
feedback
didn't know
from
you
our
were still doing it on
Mevio.
Mevio.
We have been increasing in viewership on Mevio. We now have reached over 1 million viewers a month on Mevio.
Yet we've never seen a
month?
comment from anyone on Mevio, and we want to know why. We don't know where they
I talked to people at Mevio today, and they're like, oh, well, we just don't have a real system for people to reply. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to tell people, hey.
We want to hear from you because you guys are like a huge part of our audience, and we never get to get.
Yeah, we
feedback
only hear from
you.
these YouTube people, so I want to hear from you Mevio
The
people.
YouTube people. Do you know what their favorite comment is? Me first.
I don't know how they could prove it on Mevio, but if you can prove it somehow, I'll send you a sticker.
Ooh, first one.
I don't know
I
how.
think the best way for Mevio people to do it is just to communicate via Twitter.
Twitter. I'm at Walking Crow to just confuse people.
At Tommy5C.
At Raggable.
Right. Well, why is it that you have the only handle that makes sense? I tried. It's funny. Don't go for the poor guy at Couch Guy because man, that poor guy. No.
If you want to have fun, look up the meanings on Urban Dictionary for all your guys' handles. They're great.
I know what the meaning of mine is.
Don't look up mine.
Yours is sitting right next to Goatsy,
Pretty much.
which is actually the biggest secret in the world that he's actually Goatsy. Oh.
Ooh, ouch. Gross. Don't look up Goatee if you already have. Don't
do that.
You'll never be able to erase it from your memory. And on that note, we're going to see you guys next week. Bye.
That's a good note.
This has been the Two Smart Guys production.